Hello, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from the world. Thank you for joining us again in such a great number to our today's webinar, Elastic Bonding. Yeah, a very nice topic. As always, we have some slides here, some PPT slides where we go on the screen and then we move over to our application table and do some practical demonstrations. And Otello is again behind the screen. When you have questions, please type in your questions into the question answer field and he will transfer them to me or answer them directly. Yeah, also I want to say thank you for everybody who joined us in the Nuremberg Stone+tec exhibition, Stone+tec, 3 weeks back. It was a very nice show. We had a lot of customers on our booth, very nice discussions, very constructive uh, discussions. And one main topic was, again, also elastic bonding. Why elastic bonding? You know, we are gluing everything since ages. Also nowadays in the automotive industry, in the airplane industry, in the aerospace industry, um, a lot of things are not screwed or held together, but glued. And mostly there, we are using elastic adhesives. To know the advantages of the adhesives, we have to know first about rigid bonding systems and their advantages, so we can differentiate them from the elastic ones. So when I talk about rigid bonding systems, I mean our epoxy glues, adhesives like our AKEPUR range, AKEPUR 5010, or our polyester or epoxy acrylate like our platinum or color bond range. So these are very rigid, strong adhesives, bonding solutions, and they have a lot of advantages. One of it is they are very good polish able. So you can see here, you get these seamless joints where you bond two stones together, and you can highly polish them, give it the same gloss as the glue, as the stone or marble itself. So rigid systems can be polished excellent. Another advantage is when you have a standard rigid bonding system like epoxy or polyester, you can realize very, very thin adhesive joints. Like you can see here, typically in this miter bondings, in this case, it was ceramics, where we bonded the stairs on a miter bonding. So we want to have the smallest joint possible, the most invisible joint possible. And for that, rigid bonding systems are ideal. We always get the questions how thick I have to do the adhesive joint to get a good adhesion. We say as low as possible. Yeah, the only thing you have to have in mind, clean bonding parts, and then both sides of the stone or ceramic or what you want to bond should have adhesive on it. Then you press it together, and if the joint is 0.1 millimeter, then it's fine. It doesn't matter from the bonding strength. There's no difference between that or 1 or 2 millimeter thick joint. So this is one advantage of rigid bonding systems. Another are, of course, the very high mechanical properties. Um, the tensile strengths of these adhesives are incredible. They have like 70, 80 Newton per square millimeter. So when you bond very massive parts together, then the epoxy systems, the epoxy acrylate systems are ideal. As you can see here in this massive swimming pool, it's only glued together with 4 massive stone blocks, and they are just glued together here. And of course, here it was used AKEPUR 2030, so one of our strongest adhesives, rigid adhesives. Another example, I think I showed it before in one of our webinars, is this temple here in Vietnam. So this pagoda is made only of stone. Yeah, it's a red granite and a gray granite, and it's only glued together with epoxy systems. So there's no screw, there's no anchor, nothing. All these stones, all these shingles are glued on top of the granite everything is glued together. And here you need very, very high mechanical properties. So this are the advantages of standard rigid bonding systems. Of course, there are limits of this normal bonding adhesive systems, and we have to talk about them as well, because these are, on the other hand, the advantages of elastic bonding systems. So expansion effects, yeah, they can be passed on directly to the substrate. So, for example, what do I mean? Here you have steel and stone, and everybody knows steel has a different aluminum, stainless steel or other materials have different expansion ratios than natural stone or ceramics, porcelain. So when you bond these two different materials together, you will have their expansion behavior and tensions. And in this case, when you have a metal here and you glued it in, for example, here with a very rigid system, for example, an epoxy system, I think was used here, into a natural stone block, for example, and the steel wants to expand, and the glue is so hard and rigid that it will transfer the expansion of the steel um, one-to-one to the granite. Um, in this case, then you get a lot of force on the stone, and then it could get some cracks. In this case, this always depends on the application and on the stone material, and this usually will not happen probably in an interior application. You don't have much temperature changes there, but when it comes to outdoor applications, then it's a thing, and you have to have it in mind. So stress crack due to different expansion behavior with a rigid bonding system. Another one is movements of the material, like vibrations. For example, I think about elevators. You have aluminum lightweight boards combined with natural stones or ceramics, or in the marine industry. There you have movements of the substrate, and this when this passes on to the stone or to the ceramic, you can get some, you have limits there in the application field. Also here, this is an example. Everybody knows this outdoor ceramics used for swimming pools, stairways. And when the ceramics, they come to a length of, let's say here, it's about 1 meter 20. Everybody thinks ceramics are very, less affected by weathering and by humidity, by sun. You're only partly right. Yeah. Also, there is some absorption. Also, there is some expansion and some movement. If there's a lot of heat coming there, maybe then somebody jumps into the pool, cold water comes into the hot tile around. So this ceramic, they try to move. Yeah, they try to bend a little bit. And then you have your miter bonding here in the front. You have your miter bonding here in the front, and this will block the movement, of the complete slab. It will block it, and then you have a lot of tension in this bonding system. And here it it results in a crack in the substrate. You have here the top layer of the stone, of the ceramic, here the miter bonding and the glue, and the glue is rigid, it does not move, but the whole ceramic wants to move, and then the ceramic breaks. Another example here, you can see it on the top. The glue is here holding the pieces together, but the ceramic, it wants to move. It cannot move, and then you have this stress on the system, on the bonding system. And here you have to have in mind, maybe there could be another solution to realize these installations, and I will come to that later on. Good. This was rigid systems, advantages and limits. And one more limit when we talk about this outdoor ceramics is also because the ceramic looks like one piece. And but usually they are not one piece. When you cut it, you can see it's actually three pieces or three different layers burned together, melted together, and then a substrate like that behaves like a sandwich. So like there are different densities, there are different strengths here, and this could also cause this bending in this case, and cause to this stress on the system. So enough from that. Now these are limits of rigid bonding systems. Now, again, one limit. I forgot this slide, but this is also an advantage for the next slide. When you have metal installations like that, this is a stairways, and here you have a marble, and you want to bond the marble on top of the stairs. What you have here, you have two impacts. One is the movement, yeah, because if there are 90, 100 kilo a man is running up the stairs, you will have movements there in the complete system, and therefore you need some elastic bonding, and also if there's some temperature changes, there will be some expansions there. So now finally, we come to the elastic bonding systems and the advantages, which are pretty much the disadvantages or the limits of the rigid systems. So first of all, compensation of stresses like thermal expansion or vibration. Like we saw here in this stairways, you have the vibration here. If someone is running up and down the stairways, you have maybe some heat impact. So the steel wants to expand, the marble will not move. So this stresses, this expansions, vibration, elastic bonding system will compensate. Another one is they also are able to bond very good and very strong on smooth surfaces. Yeah, like you don't have to roughen or sand them first, like this brushed stainless steel, or when I think about a glazed ceramic, for example, you can directly glue on it, and there will be a very strong adhesion of this elastic system. Like here, this is, I think you have to, yeah, I think you can see it. This is like a toilet paper holder. This is a ceramic tile, a glazed ceramic tile. And here the customer did not want to drill some holes into the tile to fix it. So he just glued the toilet holder there. You can see here this elastic adhesive directly on this glazed polished ceramic, and this will hold strongly there. And another advantage is usually elastic bondings are partially demountable, so you can remove them if you don't like them in this application field. Not all of them, but some of them are. I will explain which one later on. Good. Otello, are there questions? No question, thumbs up. So we start with the products which we have in our Akemi range for the elastic bonding properties. So one is our AKEPUR 150 sandwich adhesive. So this is a two-component flexible polyurethane adhesive. What are the advantages of a two-component product? You can use it on very large, wide areas, especially for sandwich bondings. When you have, for example, materials like metal or ceramic, which you want to glue together, there's no air, humidity, moisture coming in contact with the glue. Why is that important? Because usually we come also later to the AKENOVA series. This one component polyhybrid adhesives, they need moisture for curing. So there's a lot of advantages are there for this application, but some, like when you have large slabs of metal or ceramic, lightweight constructions, humidity cannot penetrate to all these areas to full surface bonding. So therefore you need a two-component product, and this would be our AKEPUR 150. If there are not questions, Otello, I will move on and explain the single products. We start, of course, with the AKEPUR 150 sandwich adhesive. As I explained, it's ideal for big areas for application. It's a 4:1 mixing ratio. You have a working time from 15 to 20 minutes. So the working time is enough for, let's say, when you cover 2 to 3 square meters of area, you have time to roll it or use a spatula to apply the product in this large area. Then you press, for example, your ceramic or your thin natural stone board onto aluminum honeycomb, wooden substrate, etc. And then it will cure in about 12 hours. Yeah. How does it look? Yeah, here's some illustrations. You see it's rolled with an aluminum honeycomb, or here on a wooden panel, natural stone, ceramic, etc. can be used there very well. You can see here a roller, but you can also use a two spatula and in which application we recommend a tooth spatula, I will explain shortly. Good. Yeah, you can see here typical applications also. Yeah, aluminum, for example, lightweight construction in an elevator or in a yard construction. You need lightweight, but they want a natural stone look. They want the ceramic tiles on the wall. Here you can create the surfaces, but also, of course, all the furniture where you want to have some ceramics or natural stone appearance, but the substrate is wooden or aluminum. How does it look in real life? You can see here this aluminum honeycomb and then this nice marble applied. I think here this was wooden substrate on this case. And here there's this the aluminum honeycomb applied. And then you can see here, I think this was, Otello, was a wall installations, right? Where there was a hidden door. I'm not sure where was the door. I think this could be the door. So this was a wall installation. It should look massive, natural stone, marble, book match, but it's actually a lightweight construction. And this was installed as a wall installation in a nice villa with a hidden door. Yeah, or as I said earlier, all kind of furniture when you want to glue ceramics or natural stone on this substructure. In this case, I think it's aluminum, but all the other materials are able, you are able to glue in with. Good. Are there any questions, or we can move over to the table?
Yes, there are questions. I have collected them. Hello, everyone.
Mhm.
So one question is, what is the approximate amount of glue per square meter?
The approximately amount of glue per square meter depends on the application. When you roll it, as you saw it on this other on the screens right now, then you're about like, let's say 400-500 gram a square meter. When it comes to a thicker application, yeah, and now I come to the two spatula. Here we have this board. I will show it on top
One
of it
second.
again. You know, you can see here the aluminium, and here you see the wood, and then there we glued different substrates with it, ceramic, and here was this slate veneer. We applied it with a tooth spatula, here in this case with a 4 mm tooth spatula. Applied it here very nicely. Why we need that? This depends on the expansion, on the expected expansions and vibration. So we have about, I think, what is the name, Otello? Reißdehnung. Um,
Elongation at break.
Elongation at break. Yeah, this is the expansion where the glue is maximum can expand before it breaks. I think we are here at about 100% or something like this, 120.
120 is.
120%. So that means it can expand 120% before it breaks. So what does it mean? That means that when I have a 1 mm thick glue application, it can expand to about 2 mm before it will break. Um, but maybe in some cases you need more, yeah, because you expect it's a huge part or a piece, or you expect more movement or more expansion because maybe the substrate will bend more. Then it's sometimes recommendable to apply it in a thicker layer, and then a two spatula like this one. Again, it's a 4 mm. Okay, here we are. Yeah, here a 4 mm two spatula. You can apply it here very nicely. It will stay also like that. Of course, now it's cured, but it stays a little bit elastic. But also when you apply it freshly, you can apply it in different thicknesses. So we tried it, I think, until 8 or 10 mm two spatula, so quite thick, where you can move or bond the pieces together, and then you have a lot of movement possibilities there as well. And this depends then on the amount. Yeah, when you have like 4 or 5 mm thickness, of course you need probably 2-3 kg for a square meter, but usually you are in lower ranges. But just to have the understanding. Are there questions for that?
Yes, another viewer is asking, you talked about different materials. Do these materials require a specific primer?
No, not yet. Usually you can apply them directly on the substrate, like the aluminum, the wood, etc. Also, what is used, the AKEPUR 150 a lot. And when you have this old bathrooms with these small glazed greenish, bluish, strange colors from the 80s, 1980s, the small tiles. Okay, nowadays they are like on vogue again, but if you don't like them and you want to freshen up your bathroom, we have also customers, they use the AKEPUR 150 directly there, so you don't have to grind the glaze off or remove all the small tiles. He takes a proper tooth spatula, yeah, applies the AKEPUR 150 on this glazed small tiles and then presses the bigger modern ceramics or tiles or natural stone even on the wall, and you can remodel a bathroom very fast with not a lot of dust and dismantling of the old tiles. Good. Otello,
Yes, one last question is, it's an interesting question is, what's the shelf life of the product?
the shelf life is 1 year. Okay, good. Then we move over. So, AKEPUR 150 sandwich adhesive. That was that. And now we come, of course, to our AKENOVA range, which was also, a big topic and the Stone+tec exhibition 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I think most of you know it already, the AKENOVA. We have two versions. We have the Elastic one and the Rocket one, and I will explain you what are the differences, what are the applications of it. Yeah, let's start. First of all, we are a natural stone company. Yeah, we produce adhesives and chemicals for natural stone. That's our background since 90 years. So all of our products are natural stone suitable. Yeah, you have a lot of these polyhybrid adhesives on the market. They write maybe applicable on stone, yeah, but they don't mean natural stone. They mean brick or something else. And if you would use this type of adhesives on real natural stone or marble, you will get some bleedings, you will get some discolorations because there are some softeners inside, some monomers which will penetrate into the natural stone and will discolor it. Sometimes you have also suitable on natural stone, but then there's like a star, and then you look down into the small written hints, and then there's written only usable with a special primer. What is the exact name, Otello? Sperrprimer. Yeah, protection primer. I think it's the right word. So you need a protection primer to protect the natural stone from this hybrid adhesive. So yeah, this is not really suitable, not really handy. So our products are 100% natural stone usable, and of course you can glue with them all the other materials as well. But our background is always natural stone, so we develop our products from this start, from the natural stone base, and then move on to all the other materials like ceramics, aluminium, wood. You can see here this cement boards, all this stuff can be glued with it. Glued with it. So this product are very, very versatile. So you can use it for a lot of different applications. And I will show you a few in the next few minutes. Let's start with the Elastic 100. Why it's called Elastic? Because it is more elastic, yeah, than the Rocket. It's still adhesive. Yeah, it's still not like a rubber gum or something. It's quite strong adhesive, but it is elastic and it has a elongation at break from about 180 to 200%. So there's a lot of movement possible with this adhesive. And of course, it's very good for all the natural stone bonding, wood, metal, glass, ceramics, and it has a very high initial adhesion and of course, no bleeding because it's 100% usable for natural stone. What does this high initial adhesion mean? We have about 400 kg high-tack on a square meter. That means we can use it to glue a 400 kg tile. Yeah, it's bigger than a tile with 400 kg. Yeah, nearly a slab on 1 square meter, and it has direct tack. It does not move directly. Yeah, you don't need any clamps or stuff to move it. Of course, you can still adjust it and move it. It's not cured, but it has already this tack And this makes it very, very interesting for all the installation works when you need something fast to stick, don't want to wait long time with any clamps or tapes or stuff like that. And yeah, this is what we are specified the products for. And of course, you have also a lot of bonding strength later on. Regarding application, it's about usable for 15 to 25 minutes. Then you have this skin formation time. Yeah, then it starts to get solid. Yeah, it cures overnight, of course, but then it gets solid. And this you should move the parts before that time. Of course, all the Akenovas can be used indoors, outdoors. They're UV stable. Yeah, they don't lose any grip outdoors. They are temperature resistant from -25 to I think 110 or something like that. So it has a huge range of application possibilities, and we have it in 4 different colors. The elastic version in standard black and white, in a gray which comes close to this brushed stainless steel color, and we have a nice beige one for all the limestones and also ceramics with this limestone colors or decors. Yeah, and what are the application fields from the 100, Elastic 100? Of course, everywhere where I need a strong grip, but also um, quite some stress compensation abilities. And as I have here elongation at break from about 180 to 200%, it's ideal, let's say, steel to stone bonding. But also you can use it for, let's say here, some mirror bonding when you want to bond a mirror on the tiles. Or it can also be used as a sealant if you have it there anyway. It's very easy to smooth. Yeah, you just need a smoothing agent like for silicon, you spray it on it, and then it's very easy to smooth it. Um, and yeah, when we are at this picture of the mirror here, you can see we put the lines um, from top to bottom and not horizontally. Why? Because in all areas where you have a lot of humidity, yeah, like in bathrooms, a lot of shower air humidity, maybe small water particles in the air, or steam baths or something like that. Um, it's better to make the lines when you bond something from top to bottom, because if there is a lot of water or moisture behind, let's say the mirror, it will just run down and will not stick behind these lines when you put them horizontally. Just as a tip for this. When you have some installations, it doesn't have to be a mirror. It can also be a picture or some stone installations in some areas where there's a lot of air, water. Um, then do the lines from top to bottom. Another application is, as I said already, for reinforcements or directly for bonding. You can use it for miter bonding or for reinforcement work. So there's a lot of possibilities for this product, and it's an elastic product, but it still has a lot of strengths. And this I want to show you in this video. We used the elastic here, and we applied it here on a solid limestone block. You can see this is the right way of applying it. Yeah, always keep a little bit distance, 5 to 10 centimeters between the lines, because then the air humidity can go around these lines, and then let the adhesive cure. Here we have a small drop and we put this ankle there. Here we let it cure for 24 hours, of course. It must be fully cured. And now we put some lifting device, and this is 55 kg stone block only glued on this small area. And theoretically, on this area, you can hang about 400 kg. Yeah, we have with the AKENOVA Elastic, we have about 45 kg a square centimeter. So in an area like this, you can bond about 45 kg. So this is a quite a strong bonding or quite strong adhesive for a polyhybrid elastic product. Otello, are there questions to that?
Yes, there are questions. One question is it possible to color it as a resin product if necessary?
Again, I did not get it.
Is it possible to color the Akenova as a resin product? So I guess like a standard rigid product?
To color it, no, we have it in fixed colors.
Yes, and
Yeah, but
the
you can paint it. Yeah, you can overpaint it. It's paintable.
exactly, that was the second question. Is it
Yeah,
paintable?
yeah.
Okay, great. And also, oh, that's kind of a fresh question. Can it also be used at minus 20 degrees centigrades?
Yes. I think I said it earlier. We can go down to minus 25 degree. Thumbs up. So no more questions. Perfect, Otello. Then we move on to the second part, to the Rocket 200, to the second product in our AKENOVA line. And this is also a very special product. As I said earlier, this has also the same properties like the elastic. It's stress compensating, not as much as the elastic, of course. Yeah. It's about 60 to 80% elongation at break. And it has also a very high initial adhesion, this high-tack from even 450 kg a square meter. On the old cartridges, I think some of you have them already, we write 200 kg. We have, ja, was heißt verbessert? Improved, yeah. We have improved the product now to 450 kg of square per square meter. So more than doubled the initial high-tech of the glue. So it's even stronger now. Of course, it's no bleeding. It's perfectly usable for all natural stones. And what is unique here, it has a fast assembly strength. After 20 minutes, it's already so strong that you can also move some parts. Yeah, not always when they're huge, but I come to that later. But it's a very strong product. It has also the final strength is 65 kg per square centimeter. So on a square centimeter, 65 kg. This is huge. I never saw that much of bonding strength on a elastic glue on the market. So we are very unique here, and it's permanently water resistant. So this is also a unique parameter of this product, and this makes it very versatile and very applicated. So you can bond underwater, basically. We have it in three colors, black and white as standard, and then we have this nice gray one for, yeah, let's say mostly it will be used for brushed stainless steel things which are installed under kitchen countertops. So as I said, the product is very versatile. It basically combines three products in one. It is very fast, yeah, handling strength after 20 minutes. It has a underwater application, and it has a huge high-tech of this 450 kg per square meter plus 6.5 Newton per square millimeter, yeah, which means this 65 kg per square centimeter. This combination, I have not seen it in one single product on the market. This usually you need three different products for that applications, and you have it all in one in the Rocket combined. Yeah, what are the application fields? As I said earlier, one big field, but we come to that later, is the installation of sinks. Then, of course, everywhere where you need a fast high-tech, a strong bonding of stair trays, skirt boards, mirrors, underwater boarding, everywhere. You can remember the stairs which we had in the beginning, the metal stairs. This is ideal to glue the marble. In this case, there was marble on this on this stairway of metal with the AKENOVA. And then I've highlighted here the underwater bonding. Why is this important? Because sometimes I have areas where there's a lot of water. If it is a swimming pool, I have a fountain, I have a bathroom, I have a spa, for example. I cannot always guarantee that there is no water during application, especially a swimming pool. If there's a tile broken out after some years, I will not let out all the water, yeah, just to replace one or two tiles. It's a lot of time to remove all the water, to bring it back in, and it's also costly. So the Rocket is also perfectly suitable to glue directly underwater. And if there are no more questions, Otello, I think we will show that.
There's one question. One
Okay.
question. It's a practical question. How far can I go with one cartridge?
How far? Ah, okay. The consumption pro. Yeah, this depends. You saw on the video where on the blocks with the elastic, when you do beams like that or lines like that, let's say like 8 millimeters, 8 to 10 millimeter thick, um, you can do probably 8 meters long. Yeah, with one cartridge. This depends, of course, how many lines you need at one piece you want to bond on the wall, for example, or fix together. This depends, of course, on the weight which the pieces have. But usually, yeah, when you do it like a normal line, you can easily go 8 meters with it. Okay, before we go for this underwater bonding, I have here some bonded pieces together, which I talked earlier about. This is a ceramic, yeah, let's say an outdoor ceramic, swimming pool surrounding. And I explained you earlier that when you got larger pieces like 80 centimeter, 90, 1 meter, 120, the ceramics in the outdoor conditions, they want to bend sometimes a little bit, a few millimeters up and down. Um, and you will not see it if it's like a normal tile. But but when you block it with a rigid miter bonding here, then you will have a lot of tensions on the bonding, yeah, and then or on the system. And the glues usually we sell, they're quite strong, and then it's possible that your ceramic breaks. We don't want that because then you have to replace the whole thing. So what we recommend on the ceramic boards when they are outside for, yeah, let's say swimming pool surroundings, stairways, and you do a miter bonding on an outdoor ceramic to reinforce it, put on the backside um, uh, aluminium or steel angle, how we call it, hole angle or so. Um, I'll show it here in the yeah, angle like that to reinforce the bonding and the whole system. And here, ideal, you apply with the AKENOVA. You put a line of AKENOVA there, you press the angle there, let it cure, and then you have a strong um, combined yeah, ceramic tile, ceramic miter bonding for outdoors, and there will be it will buffering all the bending strength which could happen. Or you can use it directly on a limestone, for example, yeah, where there's some air humidity can penetrate through the stone or through the capillaries directly as a miter bonder. Yeah, in this case, we used the beige of the Elastic 100 because it's fitting the color of the limestone nicely. So you can directly bond it here. You can smoothen it here. It's just one application, and you have a solid system. In some cases, it depends on the material, but especially limestones or some, let's see this um, Belgian bluestone. Um, they have some issues when you bond them for outdoors. Yeah, miter bonding outdoors, rigid systems. Sometimes these bluestones or some limestones, when they get humidity, when they get frost out changes, when they get some stress on it, also they can break or fail. And then it's maybe a good idea to choose an elastic system for the miter bonding, just to give you a few ideas. That's that. Then I will show you again shortly the difference between the Elastic and the Rocket. We go here under the top view camera and you can see here the four colors of the Elastic and they are quite flexible. Yeah. So you can see here the, the strength and the flexibility. And on the other side here you have the three rockets and you can see I can bend them. Yeah, but not as easy and not as wide as the elastic ones. Yeah. So this is basically the differences. Both are very strong glues, but flexible. And now we have here our block, our swimming pool, whatever. I need to bond something there. I don't have to remove all the water. I will bond it directly underwater. So let's do that. I replace here
There's one
my mixing
question.
nozzle. Yes.
A viewer is asking, is there a specific smoothing agent required for this application?
Yeah, standard one for silicon you can use. Yeah, thumbs up. Okay, so now we have this block. I apply my lines. On the back of the stone. 1, 2, 3 lines here. See, this is a thinner lines. This is maybe 5 mm. And yeah, with the 5 millimeters, then I basically come further or wider with one cartridge, probably 12 meter or so. And this always depends how thick and how much lines you apply. So we go directly now underwater and press it together. And now I take it up and we have high-tack. Yeah, just hold here if the glass. We have high-tack and bonding strength. And now we apply even a third stone on it. So this is one high-tack application, plus you can bond it on a dry stone, on a wet stone. This really doesn't matter for the rocket. This is ideal for such applications. Now I take this, press it here, and now I can even hold it here. So this is just to show you the bonding strength and the high-tack, the initial high-tack. You don't need any clamps here, and even you can use it directly underwater. If you have to do the work underwater, basically you can also jump into the pool and do that inside the pool, but then you have to press quite strong the nozzle tip on the substrate, yeah, because if you don't do that, this line of Akenova will will swim around. So better, yeah, if you have the possibility to apply the glue outside of the pool on your tile or on your yeah stainless steel lamp or whatever you want to glue underwater, apply it outside, then go down and fix it, and it will cure perfectly underwater. It needs humidity to cure, and I think we have enough there in the swimming pool. So are there any questions to this type of application?
Yes, there's one question, an interesting one. Um, do I need to moisten also the AKEPUR 150?
Okay, the AKEPUR 150, the sandwich adhesive, no, this is a two-component system. Yeah, that's the reason we have that for applications where you cannot get any humidity there. As I said, aluminum board, ceramic, full flat, big area. There will never go humidity from the sides to the middle of the board and cure it. So that's for you have a two-component system. You don't need to wet the AKEPUR 150. Yeah.
Another question for the AKEPUR 150. Can I use it also for outdoor?
Yes, you can, but this depends on the substrate. Now, all the delayed questions for a 150. We are at AKENOVA now.
Yes.
Okay, no, but yes, you can use it also outdoors, the AKEPUR 150. This depends on the substrate. Yeah. Where do I have my Wo ist das Teil nochmal? Ah ja, hier. Ah, I have it here. When you have a substrate like this for the AKEPUR 150, like the wood, this I would not use outside. Yeah, this is because the wood will soak with water. This will maybe delaminate, dwell, or move too much. So when you have a proper substrate where you can glue the stone or the ceramic on, yeah, like an aluminum board or something like that, then of course you can use the AKEPUR 150 outdoors. Yeah, but when the substrate is not suitable, then please don't use it.
Johannes,
Okay.
now we have questions for the AKENOVA.
Ah.
3 questions. So the first is how long can I use an opened cartridge of AKENOVA?
You can use the open cartridge as long as it is liquid. Yeah. So when I used it before, yeah, in the morning webinar. So when I use it, then of course it will start to cure a little bit in the tip. Yeah. When I need to do a new cartridge, I just open, throw the tip, do a new one on it. The complete cartridge is usable when it's still closed for, I think, 18 months. Yes, 18 months now. We extended also the shelf life here. So 18 months now for the AKENOVAs when they are still closed. When they are opened, yeah, I would use it in the next few months. Yeah, but I think this is a product which is used in so many cases, so that I think is not an issue.
Another question
Mhm.
is there any issue with algae when in contact with water?
Issue with what? The first word I did not get.
Issue with algae, moss,
Algae and moss. No, it has also some inhibitors on it, so it will also not get some fungus or so.
The next question is, how can one remove, if needed, the bonding
Ah,
material?
okay, yeah, because I said earlier, um, good. Very, very good viewer who remembered my explanation in the beginning. It's partly dismountable. Yes, that means when I want to remove something, um, I can, even if it's cured, I can still cut it. Yeah, with a blade or with a small diamond wire. I can go behind, for example, an object and remove it. And the leftovers I can remove then with our silicone remover, with our AcryClean. I did not hear you, Otello.
The next question, sorry. What product would you recommend to glue stone slabs to cinder blocks outside as a wall cladding?
Stone slabs to cinder blocks. Ah, okay, yes. Um, Elastic or Rocket, doesn't matter. If there's a lot of humidity expected, maybe it's a facade where a lot of water runs down on the backside. I don't know. Then more the Rocket. If not, one of each. Doesn't matter. Okay.
All questions.
All
Perfect.
question answered. If there are more, please, Otello. Then I think, yeah, we move over. Let's go further. This was the underwater application. Now we come to the application which I explained earlier or mentioned earlier, um, where a lot of people use our Rocket 200 for fixing the sinks, the stainless steel, brushed stainless steel sinks for under construction floor, um, yeah, for kitchen countertops, yeah. But not only stainless steel things, you can also use ceramic things. But everything what you want to bond on the sinks, on the countertop, and don't want to leave some clamps there or some tapes for the next day. So I think some of you have seen this video already. Classical stainless steel sink. Of course, clean it first. We don't need any greasy finger tabs there because this will, of course, reduce the adhesion. But then you can see no roughening needed directly on this brushed surface. Um, you press it there, it's pressable. And then if there's some adhesive gets squeezed out here, you can easily smooth it with a smoothing agent for silicone. It's very easy to smooth it. And then now not even 1 minute, you can directly put some force there, some initial tag. And to demonstrate that, again, we put here 2 steel blocks of each 10 kg, so total 20 kg after 1 minute. So that shows you this high tech, which I also showed you underwater, which I will show you shortly now, also on some different substrates. Um, yes, this was so far that. Otello, you are ready? Thumbs up. I think then I will demonstrate this initial tag and the bonding of different substrates again. If there are questions, please you type in. So what we have here now, we have different substrates. We have a cement board. We have a granite, honed and polished surface, still a little wet. We have some ceramic with some decor on it. We have some aluminum, and we will bond some wood. Good. So let's start with the granite. So as you see, it's a little bit wet there from my experience underwater. It doesn't matter. So I start now with my beads, with my lines. I apply several one. If there are questions, Otello, please pop them through now because now I can talk because I will do some lines here, show the initial tag.
Yes, there's one interesting question. Can we compare Akenova with polyurethane adhesives available in market nowadays for drywall bonding?
This is a wide range. Yeah, you have to be more specific. But usually polyurethane are totally different chemical systems. I don't know if this is a one component or two component system, this polyurethane. Please, if you have a certain question about a certain product, then you can send us an email regarding this and we can ask accordingly. Or do you have an idea, Otello? No? Okay.
As
So
far
yeah,
as I can say, is we with the new Akenova system, you have a formulation free of isocyanides,
mhm.
which is a much greener formulation, less dangerous. So, and of course, we have a stronger bonding.
Yeah, and what I think also this polyurethanes for what was it? Drywall. I'm not sure if they 100% natural stone compatible. Maybe you get some bleeding there. So I would be yeah, careful. So now we have bonded the granite with the rough surface on the cement board. Now we'll put some ceramic directly on the polished surface of the stone. I do my lines here. Every 4 or 5 centimeters. So, and now we'll bond that directly on the polished granite. Okay. Now we will have the aluminum. Also here a few lines.
That's what we call a sandwich.
That's the sandwich, yeah.
A bit heavy, I guess, but you will do it.
Now we are with the light materials. The heavy ones are already on the board. Now we put the light ones. So the aluminum is there. Then I will do the wood. Also here. Hmm? Yeah. Then some lines here. And this one I press also here. And now we move it up. And you can see everything is directly sticking together. So we have wood on aluminum, aluminum on burnt or what is the surface name called? Ceramics, then ceramic on polished granite, and then honed granite or cut granite on a cement board. Yeah, so you can see this is the initial tag. You saw it in the video already with a lot of force. We have 450 kilos. So this one basically now I can put on the wall because it's not weighing 450 kg. So this is really a strong advantage of this product. This initial tag you can glue directly, especially when you have this under these sinks where you glue it to them to the countertops. You don't have to go the next day or call the customer and say remove the clamps or the tapes, or sometimes you do some fancy constructions there. Basically, after 15 minutes, you can start to install your drainage system. What is it, drainage system? The siphon? The trainer, I think, yeah, where the installation between the sink and the drainage. So basically, you can move on when you are on site and don't have to wait a long time for the installations. And yeah, can put some things there also. So this is quite strong. Are there any questions?
Yes, there's one question. Line application of Akenova, is it suitable for white marble adhesive on drywall? Curious for the line reflection visibility after the application on surface. So
Again?
So I guess the question here is it visible? I mean, for after you glue white marble on the drywall.
No, no, that's the reason. That's 100% natural stone grid adhesives, polyhybrid adhesive. That's what's the reason what I was telling you earlier, because there are a lot of products of this similar type of technique or chemical on the market, which have the issue that they will bleed through natural stone, especially white marbles or so. Yeah, this will not.
The other question is, will there be enough humidity for the reaction when gluing metal together with wood?
Metal together with wood, yes, there will be because the wood is has capillary system, so there's some humidity going through. Plus, as you see here, I put wood and metal. I put lines. Yeah, don't make the lines too small that they compress together. The glue. There must be still some air humidity flowing through the lines, and then it's still. I think it's visible here. Yeah, that it's going through um, that the air can go still through the bonded parts and through the lines and then bond it together. So if you want to have full flat surface, yeah, it should not be any hollow. Then you have to go for the AKEPUR 150. Yeah, if you want to apply it like that. But usually when you have applications like that, every 10 centimeters you do a line, then it's usually perfect for this type of application. There will be enough humidity.
Maybe in this for this topic, you could also tell them about the mirror installation.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I
Ah,
did earlier
perfect.
that we do the
Then I was
mirror installations
yes, perfect,
from vertically and not horizontally.
perfect. Because there was one question, so perfect. Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Good. Thumbs up. Then we move over, or we move back, Otello, shortly, because I thought what I want to show you, um, even now on the horizontal, yeah, you can still hold it here already. Yeah. So there is already such strong force that the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces stick together. Um, this is really a strong adhesion initial tag. Yeah. This is initial tag. Of course, I can still move it, yeah, and adjust it, but the initial tag is there, and I don't need to wait and to put any clamps there and come back 10 hours later or so until it's fully cured. Good. We are nearly on the end of our webinar. Just an overview again. This is the two systems we have for our elastic bonding in Akemi. The AKEPUR 150 Sandwich Adhesive, a two-component product. When it comes to large areas, yeah, large area sandwich bonding, especially metal or ceramic, as just one of the viewers asked. When I have large areas of metal to ceramic and I want to make it full flat application, then we go for the AKEPUR 150. If it is okay when we do some lines, yeah, where there's some air goes through, or all other applications, we go for the one component AKENOVA Series, polyhybrid adhesive, easy handling, one component, super high tech, yeah, from 400 kg on a square meter, um, from the elastic and even 450 kg initial high tech for the square meter with the Rocket. So high tech, strong bonding, final bonding strength in the end from 4 Newton and 6.5 Newton for the Rocket. A lot of different application fields possible, interior, exterior. Yeah, I think I say thank you for watching, for joining us again. Just if you want to get to know all of our new product launches 2024, we will have a webinar in November, more specific on the 21st of November. Wait a minute here, where we demonstrate all the products which we have shown on the exhibitions, like the Stone+tec 3 weeks ago. We showed some nice new products. Some of you have joined us there and saw them already, but also in Verona, we will show some new products. And yeah, if you miss one of the exhibitions, you can join us in November for the webinar. If not, as I mentioned the exhibitions already, please come to Italy, to the Garda Lake. Join us there. We are in Verona at the Marmormarkt in the last week of September. And the same week, there will be also Cersaie, the ceramic exhibition in Bologna. Both of them are just 1 hour from each other, driving on the highway. So you can combine both exhibitions with a nice trip to the Garda Lake, and you will visit us and see us on both exhibitions. So thank you for joining. If there are no more questions, Otello, you say thumbs up, then yeah, I hope to see you in one of the exhibitions and the latest at our exhibition, our webinar in November. If you have some questions later on, please write us and we will answer them. Thank you for watching.